SFU, there's been a lot of commotion from the new Student Union building. Not just from the noise, but from the chatter as well. Here's what students have to say on the matter.
I like all this stuff about like student unions and student clubs because you can socialize there, and I like this thing. I want SFU to advance it even more, even further.
I think one of the positives though is that it's providing a lot of work for people who are in the trades, which is super important.
I'm really looking forward to it. It looks like a pretty nice place. It looks like it could be useful for lots of places for students to gather together and have good study areas and meetings for different branches. So I like it. I'm looking forward to it. One thing I would have liked from SFU is to inform us more about what the building is going to be used for specifically. So as of now, I don't know what this building is going to do for me.
Some students remain concerned about what this building will actually deliver to SFU.
I am extremely uninformed about this new student union building. I think I showed up at the point where they had just got all the green lights to go, but yeah, I arrived in fall of 2014, and at that point, everything had been decided, but I feel like anyone who showed up after that doesn't know anything about this building.
Frankly, I don't know what the student building is for, but I just know my fees got increased quite a bit because of it, but I don't know why they are making it because we have quite a lot of buildings though. So I don't know what's the point of making the student union if nobody knows what the student union is for. So,
well, they knocked over Louis Riel. I think there were a lot of low-income families living there. It would have been nice to help out people in need.
Oh, they could probably use it in making it a better library, or renting out the students the reserve for textbook is 4 hours, and if you want to get the textbook for the whole day, that would be nice, or getting free textbooks or something like that.
I feel like it was kind of imposed onto us, and I don't think it's fair that people paying for it now probably won't get to use it.
We asked Build SFU General Manager Mark Fontaine for the facts on the matter.
Well, the project was initiated partially because of years of student complaints about lack of space that's suitable for out-of-classroom activities, and that's been backed up by at least 6 years of student consultations called the Undergraduate Student Survey, which has told us in the university that students are looking for improvements to student space and the social life or sense of community at SFU Burnaby. So yes, there are a lot of students who are paying for the project in the building, and unfortunately they won't be able to use it because they will have graduated before the building opens. We did try to accommodate those students in a way by structuring the Build SFU levy so that it starts low and increases every year until it reaches a maximum amount that will only change by inflation after that. With the theory being that students using the building will pay more than students not using the building. The way the Student Society funds and levies work is that students vote on referendum questions, and then the Student Society, if the question is successful, will collect the fees and can only use those fees for the purposes for which they were collected. So in this case, the Build SFU levy was collected to build a student union building and stadium seating facility, and that's the only way that we can spend this money. But if students wanted to use student fees for other purposes, they would have to have a referendum to do that. But unfortunately, it's not the place of the Student Society to build facilities like classrooms or housing, and so it wouldn't be appropriate to use a Student Society levy for that purpose, even if that was a demand of students.
Student concerns bring us here in front of what used to be Louis Riel building, which was SFU's low-income housing. And as the SFSS strengthens our community by building the new Student Union building, we have to wonder, what are SFU's next steps to strengthening this community?